Gentlemen, dear youth, I salute you all with the most heartfelt sentiments, longing and affection. I hope and pray that the Turkey Innovation Week would be auspicious for our country, for our nation, and for our business world. I would like to congratulate the individuals, the companies who won the Inovalig awards, and I wish them further success. Anyone who is working, thinking, and producing for the future of Turkey, on behalf of myself and my country and my nation, I would like to thank all those companies who have been working and producing for Turkey. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to the organization of this event and to Turkey Innovation Week. I once again would like to thank our Ministry of Trade and the Turkish Exporters Assembly for this very important event and their contribution to add value to our economy. I believe that the event that will take place here will broaden our horizon. Every year, the Innovation Week is organized with a different theme. It really taps the potential of Turkey. And despite the limited opportunities, this Innovation Week presents the success stories of our company. With every success story shared here, we once again see that our nation has a strong will and our nation is not giving up at the face of challenges. As it is the case in many other fields, we know that the issue is not only about the limited resources in the field of business, but it requires a great will. Our companies are operating in different fields and they believe that if they have faith, then there will be opportunities waiting for them. That's why they are tackling every barrier in front of them and marching towards their targets. Up until 5 or 10 years ago, there were many fields that the name of Turkey is not articulated at all, but right now the Turkish companies are taken as a reference and their steps are followed very closely. Especially in the field of defense industry, the Republic of Turkey has reached the Premier League to the Champions League. With the contribution of our companies who will be given their awards, we have indeed written a success stories within 20 years. With the research institutions, universities, SMEs, and the products that we have developed so far, and the exports, the defense industry has become one of the driving engine of our economy. 20 years ago, the number of our companies in the defense industry was only 56, but today in the same field we have more than 1,600 companies operating in the defense industry. As we have taken the office, there were only 62 defense industry projects, but thanks to the latest developments, we have reached to the number of 757 already, the half of which has been initiated in the last 6 or 7 years. And the tender volume of our defense industry products increased to the level of $75 billion. As we were able to carry out $248 billion of foreign trade, hopefully we will supersede $4 billion in the defense industry exports. The Republic of Turkey has turned into a country which sells cutting-edge defense industry technology products. In terms of the production and design of the drones, Turkey ranks among the top 3 or 4 countries in the world. And we have achieved all those success stories not thanks to the support of certain parties, but despite many indirect embargoes and threats. 20 years ago, we were by 80% dependent to the foreign sources, but thanks to our great endeavors and not giving up in the face of difficulties and challenges, by working in close collaboration with the private sector, we have turned this disadvantage into our advantage. In many sectors, from branding to the manufacturing, we know that similar success stories have been written. As we have undertaken the office, the Turkish Airlines was indeed at the brink of collapse, but right now the Turkish Airlines is breaking records every passing year. The other civil aviation companies are trying to heal their wounds, which have been inflicted by the pandemic. The Turkish Airlines is strengthening its position every passing day. In the field of energy, with our seismic exploration and drilling ships, we have discovered the natural gas of 540 billion cubic meters, thereby opening a brand new era in the field of energy. Without needing the support of anyone else within and outside of our borders, we carry out by ourselves all our natural gas exploration activities. As we are working in order to integrate the newly discovered natural gas in the Black Sea into our system, we also hear good news from different regions. We also plan to increase the production capacity of oil to 100,000 barrels per day. With the first local electric car, TOG, we have achieved the 60 years dream of our nation.
29 Ekim'de Cumhuriyetimizin 99. yılına
On the 29th of October, as a gift, as a reward for the 99th year anniversary of the foundation of our republic, we have opened the manufacturing facility campus of TOG. The tests of TOG, which is defined as a smart device, goes on. Hopefully, within a couple of months, the TOG, which will be the source of pride for the Turkish industry, will be seen on our roads. 60 years ago from now on,
devrim otomobillerini engelleyenlere cevabımızı
there were the ones who prevented the devrim autos production with certain propagandas, and we have given them the necessary response with the development and the production of contemporary TOG. Although he was invited for the opening ceremony, there was this guy who didn't participate in the opening ceremony of TOG, but rather traveled tens of thousands of kilometers away, so I leave this guy to his own ignorance.
Gel be gel. Bir şeyler görürsün.
Why don't you come? You can learn something. You cannot find such kind of opportunities all the time. There are many hamburgers in Turkey as well, but there are no TOG that you can see.
Türkiye'nin meselelerine yerli ve milli çözümler üretmek yerine
rather than producing local solutions to the problems of Turkey, there are the ones who are seeking out solutions outside, so we are calling upon them to wake up
İşte
from
bizim
their
bilgelerimiz burada.
sleep of blindness and negligence. Here are our wise men.
Bu gençlik ithal değil.
So this youth is
Yerli
not
ve milli.
imported. They are local and they are national.
Değerli arkadaşlar, önemli bir kısmını salgın döneminde hayata geçirdiğimiz
Dear
yatırımlar.
friends, we have
2002'den
made
beri
a great deal of
ülkemize
investments during the
kazandırdığımız
pandemic,
muhkem altyapının
and
meyveleri olarak
we started to
Türkiye,
yield the results of all
gelişmiş
those
ülkeler dahil
infrastructure
tüm dünyayı
developments and
derinden sarsan
investments.
salgın krizini güçlü sağlık
Thanks to
üretim
its
altyapısı
strong
sayesinde
health
en
care
az
infrastructure
hasarla
and production capacity,
İşte
the
o dönemde
Republic of Turkey has overcome the
45
challenge
gün
of
içinde
pandemic with the least damages possible.
Yeşilköy'de
Back then, within
ve
5 days
biliyorsunuz,
only, we have
Anadolu
built
yakasında
2 city hospitals,
iki
one of
tane
which was in
şehir hastanesinin
Yeşilköy and the other one
altyapısıyla
was on the Anatolian side. 2 city hospitals with its
ultrasonografi,
infrastructure and with the
tomografi,
cutting-edge technology
MR,
devices like
bütün
ultrasonography,
bunlarla beraber
MRI.
1006
We
yataklı
have
odalı
built 2 city
Yeşilköy'de
hospitals with a
bir diğeri de
1,006
Anadolu yakası.
room capacity.
45
One of
günde
those hospitals
bunları
was in the
bitiren
Anatolian side and
bir
the other one was in the
iradeyiz.
European side in Yeşilköy. So we are such a strong political party which completed the construction of all those city
Dünya bunlara
hospitals
hayran kaldı.
within a mere 45
Ve
days.
şu anda
The whole world
uçağıyla Yeşilköy'e
admired
inip
those
5
hospitals.
dakikada
So
hemen şehir
after
hastanesine
landing
geçilen bir irade.
in
Biz bunu koyduk.
Yeşilköy Airport, you
İstedik ki
can directly go
yurt
to the
dışından
hospital
hastalar mı
within
gelecek? Buyursunlar
5
gelsinler.
minutes. So we thought that if the
Ve
patients will come
dünyada
from
bunlar
outside, they are
yok.
welcomed in our
Geçen
hospitals.
yine söyledim.
I have
Eskiden
said
cebinde doları
recently,
olanlar Cleveland'a gidiyordu.
in the
Şimdi
past,
diyoruz
the
ki
ones who
cebinde
had
Türk
dollars
lirası
in their
olan
pockets, they
buyursun,
can
hastanelerimiz
go to Cleveland Clinic. But right now, what we say is that if you have Turkish liras in your
Kısıtlamalar
pocket, you
dolayısıyla
can come to
insanların
our
haftalarca
hospitals.
evden dışarı çıkamadığı,
So due to
batılı
the
ülkelerde
limitations
market
and the
raflarının
lockdowns,
günlerce boş
people
kaldığı,
couldn't leave their
bırakın
houses many
sokaktaki
days and the
vatandaşın
aisles of the
sağlık
supermarkets were
çalışanlarının
empty
bile
for many weeks,
maskeye ulaşamadığı,
let alone the
tedarik
ordinary
zincirlerindeki
citizens. The
kırılmalar
healthcare
nedeniyle
workers couldn't
birçok
reach out
yerde
to
üretimin
masks,
durma
and due to the
noktasına
interruptions
geldiği,
in the supply
hasılı
chain, the
dünyanın
productions
daha
in
önce
many
hiç
places
görmediği
came to
sahnelerin
hold.
yaşandığı
In
o
another
sancılı,
saying,
o sıkıntılı
such
günlerde Türkiye olarak
unprecedented
biz
problems
ekonomide
have been
kontak
observed all around the
kapatmadık.
world, but during those challenging times, as the Republic of Turkey, we kept the
Batılı
wheel
ülkeler
of
bile
production
kamu
turning.
yatırımlarına ara
So
verirken
even the
biz
Western
mega
countries
projelerimiz
stopped
dahil
making public
yatırımlarımıza yenilerini
investments,
eklemeyi
but
sürdürdük.
rather we continued with our
Şirketlerimizi
additional
üretime,
investments,
ticarete,
including but not limited to
istihdama
mega
devam etmeleri
projects.
noktasında
In order
hem
to
teşvik
ensure
ettik,
that our
hem de
companies
kendilerine
will
gereken her
continue to
türlü desteği
employ
sağladık.
and produce, we
Zor
encouraged them
günlerinde
and provided them
devletimizin
any need
desteğini
that
yanında
any support
hisseden
that they need.
firmalarımızla
And the
çalışarak,
companies who
üreterek,
felt the support
yeni pazarlar
of
bularak,
their state in
yeni
dire
ürünler
times
geliştirerek
produce,
krizi
develop new products,
fırsata çevirme
found new
yolunda
markets, and
gerçekten
they
takdire
indeed
şayan bir başarı yakaladılar.
showed a great performance
rakamlarından
in
büyüme
order
ve
to
istihdam
turn the
oranlarına
crisis into
birçok
opportunity.
temel verili.
From the export
Bunun
volumes
müsbet
to the
yansımalarını
growth
gördük,
rates,
görüyoruz.
we have observed
Salgına
the
rağmen
positive results and
ekonomik
ramifications of all
büyümesini
those endeavors.
istikrarlı bir şekilde
Despite the
sürdüren
pandemic,
sayılı ülkelerden
the Republic
dünyada
of
biriz.
Turkey has been one of the few countries who grew despite the pandemic.
Geçtiğimiz yıl elde ettiğimiz %11,4'lük büyümeyle
Last year,
Diğer
with a
ülkeleri
growth
içinde
rate of
ilk sıraya
11.4%, we
Bunu da
became
birilerinin
the
iddia
number one
ettiği
country
gibi
among
tüketime
G20
dayalı
countries.
değil,
And we
üreterek başardık.
indeed achieved
büyüme
this growth
oranına
rate not
ulaşılmasında
based on
mal
the
ve hizmet
consumption, but
ihracatının
by
katkısı
production.
5,3 puan gibi yüksek bir seviyede gerçekleşti.
And the
Küresel düzeyde
manufacturing of goods and services provided 5.3 points of that growth rate. In the first three quarters of the 2021, our economic growth continued. Our exports broke records every passing month, and hopefully we will get closer to our targets of $225 billion. Our factories, our manufacturing facilities, our organized industrial zones have been working in three separate shifts, day and night. Including but not limited to US and Europe, the increasing living costs is a problem that the whole world is facing with, but gradually we are tackling this problem as well. By prioritizing the production, employment and export, we will start feeling the positive effect of our low interest rate policy. Until we make Turkey one of the top 10 economies, we will continue to fight in a determined manner. Dear friends, as we yielded the results of the investments that we have made in the past, the steps that we will take today and the results will be seen in the future. Despite all those attacks, we are successful because of the fact that we are always chasing after the better. We are not focusing on the deficits of others, we always focus on ourselves. We competed with ourselves, we try to develop ourselves. It doesn't matter what the others say, we will never give up and hesitate from walking the path that we know it is right. The mentality who tries to stone the tree that bears the fruit try to prevent us at every opportunity. So they opted for unthinkable methodologies. From time to time, they blamed us for being adventurers, and the time came, they wrote letters to the ambassadors, they threatened the businessmen, and by slander campaign they tried to prevent the visionary projects of Turkey. In order to prevent the further development of Turkey, they tried every possible method, every possible way, from terrorist attacks to the street demonstrations, but we have never subdued ourselves in the face of such attacks. Do not forget. With the faith of we can indeed produce milk from the goat, we continue to work for our country. Çanakkale Bridge, 18th of March, Çanakkale Bridge is one of the examples, few examples of such high technology bridge. That's what we believe as the political world, as the business world. So what we have achieved so far constitute the predecessors of the future success. So we should find ourselves new targets. With the innovative products which provide additional value will make our country to present itself in the niche markets. So the technological transformation and innovation is key for our export targets. The richness in the production, the quality infrastructure and human resources, and having the opportunity to export anywhere in the world are among the advantages that we have. During the Russian and Ukrainian war, we have followed a just and peaceful foreign policy, and this also increased the interest towards Turkey. Food and energy crisis affected everyone, so during such a time, thanks to God, we are not affected by that crisis that much. The name of Turkey is articulated even more when people are seeking for alternative routes for transportation to the Asian side. So we will increase the number of the added value products in our export basket, so we will make use of this crisis as an opportunity. Just like the raiders in the past, hopefully you will raise our flag even higher. May God open our path, our destiny
Bugüne kadar
forward.
yatırımlarıyla, üretimleriyle, istihdamlarıyla,
I would
ihracatlarıyla,
like to
araştırma, geliştirme faaliyetleriyle büyük ve
thank
güçlü Türkiye davamıza destek veren siz kardeşlerime
my dear brothers and
teşekkür ediyorum.
sisters who contributed
tüm
to our
firmalarımızı
cause of
tekrar
strong and
tebrik
great
ediyor.
Turkey with their productions, with their
Başarılarınızın
exports
devamını
and research and
Türkiye
development
İnovasyon
studies. I wish you
Haftası'nın
further
bir kez daha
success. I
hayırlara
congratulate
vesile
the companies who
olmasını
receive
temenni
their
ediyor.
awards. Once again, I hope and pray that the
Sizlere
Turkey Innovation
sevgilerimi
Week would be
sunuyorum.
auspicious for whole country. I salute you all
Sayın
with love and respect.
Cumhurbaşkanımıza hitaplarından dolayı çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Zatı devletlerini bir müddet daha sahnede ağırlayacağız. Hem hediye takdimimiz olacak hem günün en heyecanlı kısmına geldik. Yine ödüllerimizi, şampiyonlarımıza ödüllerimizi Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımız takdim edecekler. Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımıza bugünün anısına Sayın Ticaret Bakanımız ve Sayın Çok kısa bir süre sizi bekleteceğiz. Programımız devam ediyor efendim. O sırada biz şampiyonlarımızı takdim edeceğimiz için ödül törenimizde daha yeterli bir alanımız olması açısından arkadaşlarımız sağ olsunlar yardımcı oluyorlar.